Hi, good morning, all of you. So let us start with today's session. And it's been last 2 months where we have been coming every Sunday and we have covered up a lot of concepts, more than 150 live examples from entry to exit to sector rotation, position sizing, trading plan, from basic to the end. And we covered all the concepts and I was just calculating the number of hours. So it's around 20 hours that we have totally done till yet. And today we will discuss about handling up results, corporate actions, and probably that will be the last kind of separate topic that has been pending. And after that, we will do a query session that we used to do once in a month or twice in a month based on the need. So I'll share the screen. First of all, is the audio, video all clear? Okay, thanks. So results are a very crucial point in our swing trading also, because it will happen every quarter. Okay, almost 4 times in a year, the company posts their result. Okay, and every time the result season is a volatile season in itself. Okay, where you have lot of good results, you have lot of bad results, you have lot of gap ups, you have lot of gap downs. So result season is full of gap downs and very few. Okay, the gap ups are few, not too much. Full of volatility, either on upside also and on downside also. I've seen stocks where after result they fall down 8%, 10%, and sometimes when the result is announced, they are up next day 10%, 15%. It's a volatile thing on both sides, and that's why it becomes crucial for us to understand how to handle them. Okay, how to handle these results, because after every 3 months you will have 1.5 months which comes of results where companies will be announcing their quarterly results. Okay, and a lot of outside thing also comes into play. Okay, which will play up, which will affect your mind. Okay, which will affect your overall decision making capabilities. So first of all, let me ask you a very simple question of how to know whether the result will be good or bad, or what's the definition of good and bad, and how to know whether the result will be coming good or bad. Any guess on this? Like seeing up news channels, seeing up some research reports, how you can know that the result can come good or bad? Kavita says past data. Any other guess? Because I don't think we can have any idea if the result is going to be good or bad. God, Deepali ji says we can't predict. Kavita ji is on call. If the stock is falling continuously in recent days, then probably the result is bad. Okay. So the right answer is you don't know, and there is no way to know it. Doing guesswork is fine. We can always guess things. This can come, this can go bad, this can be good. But you cannot trade on those guesswork. Okay. You on your feelings that since last 2 quarters were good, then this should also come good. Nowhere that past 2 quarters coming good, 3 quarters coming good, nowhere means that this will also come good. Okay, what makes you think that if 2 quarters were good, third quarter should be good? And if 4 are good, why 5 is good? There is no such way. It's a guess. You can of course guess it. I can, like, if I and you have to talk, okay, we are meeting somewhere outside and we have to debate around it. We can debate based on that. We can debate, okay, इसके 3 क्वार्टर अच्छा है तो अच्छा होगा, ये सेक्टर ऐसा है, इसमें ठीक लग रहा है, इसमें बाकी कंपनीज के रिजल्ट आ रहे, so this company should also give result. We can do debates, okay, but you cannot trade based on those debates. Okay, so another thing people go with is lot of brokerage reports, news channels. Okay, news channel every day. You will open result season and almost full day on Zee Business result debates will be going on. किस कंपनी का बहुत अच्छा रिजल्ट है, इस कंपनी का ऐसा आया, इसने अच्छा करा है तो इसका भी अच्छा आएगा. Okay, and of course tons and tons of Twitter handles, YouTube videos. These are all guesswork, and if you want to make some YouTube video, you can make based on it. Okay, debates are endless. You need to understand at some point that debates are endless. You'll go talk to some XYZ friend, he'll have 50 different things. Most of the things that you know, that you talk about, okay, if you're talking about some capacity expansion in some company, if you are talking about some XYZ growth rates in some sector, you need to understand most of the data that you have are from these sources only. You will read it somewhere. It's not like you simply woke up from your sleep and automatically things are in your head. You have somewhere read it, and you cannot trade based on that. Okay, you can trade only based on what the chart is showing you, because that's the core reality, and it's the same for all. If something is in uptrend, it's in uptrend, and it is in uptrend for all. If the price is up 10%, then it is up 10%, and that's for each and every person. Okay, so you can never know good versus bad here. And what's good and bad? First of all, is a 30% growth rate coming in this quarter good, or 100% or a 150? I've seen companies posting 100% growth in profit and then also falling 8% gap down. I have seen company posting loss and then also they have moved 10% up. So there is no logic that you can come up with it. It's all about future. Okay, the current results does not shape up the stocks. What's the future? Okay, what's the future that will shape? And that is uncertain in itself. So Kavita ji says double-digit growth. What makes you think this is good? Okay, how you can say that it is good? Why double-digit is good? Why triple-digit is not good, or why single-digit is not good? These are good for, again, debates. You can just talk. Okay, but what is good, what is bad, nobody knows. What percentage of result growth is good, and how do people judge it is good or bad? At the end, they judge based on price only. So if the price moves up, say result came today, and in next 3 days price is 40% up, now everyone can say that it was good result, right? That's why price moved. So most of these things which I've seen, people who get too much stuck in results, okay, in analyzing, in going deeper, in going into debate of good versus bad, their decisions are mostly influenced from the price itself. So price moves up after results, it's good. Consistency in double-digit growth, again, it's your own dream. I don't know from where you are able to say that, but of course आपने कहीं ना कहीं पढ़ा होगा तभी आप ये बोल रहे हो. कहीं किसी ने आपको ये knowledge दिया होगा कि double digit is good. That's why you are saying, or maybe you are just feeling. But is there any law which says this is good? Okay, is there any income tax which says this is good or this is bad? No, right? It will depend on each company's future. Okay, if company was doing loss for 4 quarters and now it is some profit, it is good for the company. If some company was growing at 100% and then comes 60%, it may be bad because the growth is slowing. So increase in growth, slow down in growth. Now how much increase, how much slow down? Too much variable to do things. Okay, So for a swing trader, we don't have to go into the debate of what is good and bad. And probably if the price moves up after it was good, then you can surely say that. If today result is coming and tomorrow stock is opening 15% gap up, you can say with 100% confidence that it was good result. Even if as per 100 other people it was bad, but the price is telling you it was good. So our task as a swing trader is to understand prices, okay? Is to understand prices and not go into what is good and bad and results. Why I'm telling you these things? Because these are the things that is either already in your mind, okay, or it will come in your mind, because you'll have tons and tons different views on this. People like debating, people like forecasting. That's the human character in all of us, okay? We want to predict, we want to forecast, and when it's right, it satisfies our ego, right? But that's not the right way for a trader. And I told you previously also, you cannot do both things. Either you can satisfy ego or you can make money. You want to do both, then you will fail, okay? And I try to tell you again and again with examples that try to reduce this. When you are going into debate of good versus bad with any person, you are here for your ego. Otherwise you will be like, okay, who cares, कल देखेंगे प्राइस किस हिसाब से रिएक्ट करेगा. That will be your final trigger. That is something you will execute, okay? So our core thing is to just be on price, and results are a very volatile thing, so we don't want to be a part of it until and unless we have some profits. So let me show you some examples, because on Twitter I have posted this in a lot of times about how these results can be a bit difficult thing to handle, and why it's not worth it, okay? Why it's not worth it. So result, I've posted tons and tons of examples. Now look at this. This was recent 12th of November, Sharda Motors. So this was the result day. I'll open the chart of this also. Look at this. This is the result day. So result would have come in the evening after markets. And on that date, this was like 5% up. 2 days, 3 days back only, it gave you a good, trying to give you a fine breakout. It was not a strong breakout, but then on result day also super strong. But just after result came, this is gap down 10%. Simply 10% down on results. Then this is 11 November, HLE glass code 17%, so Bros 11% down, Camlin 10% down. Let's see these charts. HLE glass code. So someone was saying if the price is weak before the result, then it will be bad result. If the price is strong before the result, it will be good result. But look how this was, price very strong before the result and simply on result dropped. This is 13% overall down. If you'll see the gap down, this is 10% gap down. Okay, 10% gap down on result day. Subros, this is again gap down here on result day. Now look at, it was having very, someone was talking about consistent double digit. It had all consistent double digit. EPS 12%, 1650, 223. Sales also kind of 1298, kind of stable. But then still it happened. So you thinking good and bad is too big to think. That's what I'm trying to tell you in straightforward terms. You trying to think whether 12 is good, whether 15 is good, 20 is good, is just too big to think. because there can be 30 different factors that will impact price movement: current result, future result, company promoter, expansion, sector, government policies, this, that, etc., etc. But you easily saying that 12 is good is like, you need to ask yourself in mirror that how, why, what makes you so confident to say that. Okay, so which figure is just too good is not something you have to go into it. And results are very volatile. Look at Camlin. It was Camlin Life Science. Camlin. This was result. It was not a gap down, but simply on result. Now look at this growth rate here. Someone was saying high double digit also. 87% result profit growth came up here. September, and on that day this was result action 10% down on that day. Result came after market, and next day 10% down. Look at this. 65%, 99%, 70, 87. Now this looks good that it's constantly growing 70, 80, 90%, but why then this happened? So that simply means it was not very good. It was not the best to support up the current price. Maybe in future it sets up again and goes up. Let's see more examples. This is Ixigo 18% down. Now this was very good chart. Every result season I keep posting top casualties because it's very volatile. 16% fall. Very good chart. Look up till here. It's a very strong breakout, some kind of going below 10 again, trying result. Direct 11% gap down and then closed 16% down. Look up here. This was previous result. This was of last quarter before that, and this had a huge gap up then. On one quarter, huge gap up, on one quarter, huge. So fast changing of things, changing of overall market participants. In one quarter itself changes everything. So you predicting it is not a very right thing for a swing trader, for a short-term trader. Okay. Let's see more. HPL Electric, this is August 14. Look at this, very strong chart till here. Very strong chart, and then simply 18% down on result. So why I am telling you this, that don't get too much stuck on result days, that whether this will come good so I'll hold, whether this will come bad so I will sell off. What should I do? Okay, simply if you have some profits to risk, if you have 4, 5, 6% profits, then you can hold it. Otherwise it's risky because of all these gap downs that can happen. If I have 5% profit, my stop loss will be like 4-5% down. So stock even then goes from my 5% profit, it then goes 10% down also. On the gap down, I will still be within my max risk for that trade, which was my original stop loss. I'll be closing it at that point. Okay, so say that what a stock at 100, stop loss, let's say 5% was coming 95 rupees. Now the stock on the result, before the result, you are having the stock closed at 105 rupees, let's say. Okay. 105 rupees it closed, and result came and it's 10% gap down. It's 10% down. Opening itself 10% down. So you will somewhere end it like at 94.5, 95 rupees. Still within your max risk, but think it in a different way, that you bought it 100, okay, and then instead of the stock was at 105, it was at 96 rupees. It did not hit your stop loss, but it was at 96 rupees. Okay, so now in second example, that 100 before result, it was at 96. Your stop was at 95. So you are holding the stock, okay? So you are holding the stock and now it's 10% down. Now it's 10% down. So what will be 10%? 9.6678, 96.5 rupees around, 86.5 rupees around. It will come to 86 rupees around. And what will be your loss now on this trade from 100 to 86? That's like 14% loss. Right? We don't want to happen this. We don't want to risk like 2-3 times just on result. We can try after result always. Can try after result. So this is how these both scenario can happen. And why we go with this approach? Now there can be different thing also, that you closed at 96 because you did not have profit and next day stock gapped up by 10%. So now you exited at 4% loss, but if you would have held the stock on the earnings, it would have been at 107 rupees, 8 rupees. It would have been at 107 rupees, but you don't see the future. Okay, you don't know. You don't know whether it will come good or bad. Now, this is where people get stuck. They go into debate of good versus bad instead of trying to make it more process-based and risk-first approach. They go into debate of good and bad. They scroll through tons of videos. Okay, so this is what people do before the result. Since they are holding this and it's a 4% loss, they will try to find reasons to hold. This is how bias things work. They will try to hold things before result, that no, this person is saying this person is saying this, company has done good previously, company has done bad previously, and then they hold it. And I will tell you, most of the time this will happen. It will be negative reaction mostly. So we don't have to go into this. If you don't have profit, then exit it. Why having profit? So that even if something bad happens, like a 10% gap down, 12%, we will not exceed the max risk that you are taking initially. Okay, let's see some more examples. Now look at this. Chalet Hotel, same day result day action itself was very weird in this. So this is a result day. Result came in market hours. It went up 17-18% and then same day fully back. The volatility of result from 17-18% in a few minutes completely gone -6% on that day. Let's see if intraday price action is there. This is of 1st of August. So it opened 16% up after result, 16, and then it fully gave up. Okay, so extreme kind of volatility. This is 7th Feb. Bikaji Sonata Software. This is earning reaction. Very good chart, almost near to its all-time high up here. And then 10% down. 7%, 8% down here on result action. Now there can be kind of reverse action also, where it is like very good. So that's where we need to play on. Okay, that's where we can think of trading. Like this is a huge gap up. This is huge gap up on earnings breakout is done. So then after that one can plan on the follow through day. So let's look up here. So this is your earnings gap. This is 14-15%. Okay, look at this. This is high in strength. Okay, when you see such earning gap, people call this episodic pivot also. Okay, there are fancy names for it, but these are called as earnings gap. Okay, where on earning you have huge gap that remains unfilled. This is telling you high strength. Okay, this is telling you high strength. Something has changed for the company. Okay, just a second. Okay, now it would be visible. So this is chart of GRSE, and look up this. This was 14th May. Okay, and this is like 15% up. So this is another way. One is gap downs that are there, and in my experience, you will have tons and tons of gap downs. More and more gap downs are there compared to gap ups. These are called as earning gaps, gaps that remain unfilled. Something came too positive in this result, and that's why you've seen this 14% opened, and then it sustained also for full day. On one side, we have seen in Charlotte Hotels, it went 15%, 14% gap up, and then in full day, it got fully reversed. But here it did sustain till the end of the day. So this is telling you high in strength. Okay, and these gaps, people call it by different names. Somebody calls it episodic pivot, or you would have seen it some other name. A lot of fancy names have come in market in last 7-8 months. Okay, the thing remains same, but they show it in a more fancy way. Okay, like some liquidity this, liquidity that, and etc. But this is high in strength. So after that, one can trade. When you see such gap ups, you can simply the same way in which we do. Okay, earnings gap. Now here you can see that sometimes because of these gaps, again understand that I am just talking about gaps which remain unfilled. That is telling you high of strength. It may be possible that here instead of having a high gap up, it would have been like this, opened up here and then went 15%. Okay, that is another case in which stock opened like usually how it opens, and then by the close it closed very strong 15%. And sometimes on earnings you would see huge gap. Okay, in the opening itself 15% up. Now it may look extended, but then such gaps can like keep on going up. And sometimes you may look this percentage move, it's coming great. But in such earning gap, you can still give it a chance because you have a huge force from here. You have huge force which was here. So even if this is coming extended up here, one can still try such earning gaps. So after getting this 15% up, it still kept on moving. Okay. After this 15% gap up, somewhere here 5 minutes you will enter and still gave 30%. Such gaps can be powerful. So even if we see some extension in it, then also I can like try it, but only for the gaps. If it is a normal routine price action, which is a candle like this, then I will think for that extension also. But this gap is an extra force. Or you can think like if you'll remove this 15%, then automatically it will come. If you'll remove this gap, then this will automatically be in your range. Similarly, there was 1-2 more gaps that I remember. One was R power. And such gaps, you should try to find opportunities in such gaps. Okay, because it can be powerful. Look up here. This was one more earnings gap. Result came after market on this day. This was 11th of May, 9th May. Result came in opened 10% gap up and it sustained fully up there. It did not give back. Oh, so it is powerful then. It's powerful. And look, when it then gave you an opportunity up, it went 50% up. So earning gaps are less, Okay, earning gaps are less, but it's very strong. So in result season, when you see some huge gap happening up in your scan, you will have to think in that way that even if the first buy is a bit extended, it can still give more and more. Okay. Now, other way of good result action is like this in Cupid, in which now see here how it would have gone. Okay, this is your momentum and breakout up here. Now, one day before result, it's in a loss of 2.9%. Okay, so what will you do now on this day? On 11th, what's the ideal thing to do? Vikas says exit. What about others? What's the ideal thing to do now up here? Exit. Avinash says simple reason is that if it can go up, it can go down also. And when we are trading, we trade on risk first approach. We don't think of returns first. We think of risk first. Okay. Always. And that's why this would have been an exit up here. Now next day it would have hurted you a bit when it went 10% up. But you can always trade again. It's a good price action then here. So on this day, based on market direction also, this day you could have traded this then. And 5% stop loss you will do. And on close you can buy it. Okay. You can do a 5% stop and then trade it. And can see whether other things were fine or not. These all things remain fine. It's not a high, it's not a gap up, but it's a good price action. And here, these are 2 points to then buy. Okay. So you can always trade after the result. Okay. Even if it is a huge gap up, you can trade after that also. Okay. If it gives an opportunity, of course. If it's not a huge gap up and it's like a good price action, then also one can trade after that. But it makes no sense to hold a stock into earning if you are already in loss before a day. It makes no sense to hold this up here at 3%. What if in the result came fine or whatever, it's like drop 8%. I will make 14% loss, 13% loss then. That's 3 trades. That's stop loss of my 3 trades. Okay, 4 trades. 3 to 4 trades, that's the stop. I don't want to give that. It's just too much to risk. What's harmful if we just wait for one more day and see after that? If something has to move 40, 50%, 30%, then it's fine to buy here and there 5% and not to risk in the result itself. Okay. One is Venus Remedies. Look at this. This was another result gap up. Yes, next day of result, because sometime on result it will be hugely up and next day it can be huge down also. So in 2 parts can be done, or next day you'll have to plan in it, right? If it's just that day of result, you can plan in 2 way. So that's why I said in these 2 days you would have planned 50-50 or 20-80, that kind of. Now look up here, this is result gap up huge. People get afraid that it's already done, but that's not something you should be worried of. Look up here, this is fine. This is a good breakout already done here. Then this is result action, unfilled gap. This is earnings gap. And this remaining unfilled is a sign of strength. Okay, that even after such 13, 14, 15% opening, stock did not correct. It did not went back fully. So here again, this is your follow through buy up here on 12th. And then this was fine. took 1-2 session down, not hit your stop loss and moved. So even after this 15-16%, it still gave you another 30-40%. So why to then try to just simply guess the result and trade? Otherwise you will be lost in guessing work only. Okay, you won't be able to trade if you go into guesswork. Apple, this was another. So I don't have too much high gap up examples. I can remember 5, 7, 8 only. But certainly when things will come, lot of gap ups will go. I have not taken such examples. So lot of stocks. Okay, if for example 10 stocks are opening gap up after results, 2-3 will only be able to sustain it. Otherwise, it will be like it opened here gap up opening, and then it will give fully back. It will not give you a follow through. Okay, so it's not mean that all earning gaps will give you an entry. There might be times that and most of the time these high earning gaps may not give you an entry. It just simply rolls back fully, or it takes another 1 month, sets up another base, and then look at this. This is another earnings play. On result came, it's 10% up. Now, many people will try here also because they want guesswork. Okay, they want to do it. It satisfies ego. It makes happy. Then when they did all those analysis that this is an IT company, it's in a very good sector. Okay, the other stocks have done so good, and it's already growing by 25%. So then it should move good. And when it does, it satisfies your ego by very good margin. Okay, you feel highly enlightened. You feel highly happy, but it's not ideal thing to do. Okay. Anything that gives too much of thinking in swing trading, it's not right thinking. You are not trading right if you have to think too much. That's basic what I have observed in swing trading. If you have to think too much, you are doing something wrong, because it requires very less thinking and more of execution, handling up emotions. That's what more things from that side are required rather than in thinking. Thinking is simply price, giving entry. If it's exit, stop loss. If it's giving a re-entry, take re-entry. Now look, this gap up, then it went sideways, moved. I would then enter up here. Okay. I would then enter up here. After this good gap, look, this gap, unfilled gap on result. This kind of got filled in next day. This is telling you, this day is telling you high strength. Okay, so in fact, when these stocks open so high, people leave because they think that it's already done, I'm already late, but it can give you more and more. Okay, so these are earning gaps. Why you should not hold into results until unless you have like 3, 4, 5% kind of profit. Okay, is this clear, or you need some more examples? Okay, clear. And I would have posted lot of time that these are two-sided. Result casualties more. Breakout before the result and dump. Sudden up move and sudden surprises on betting on result day. Think carefully. Tons and tons of results coming in 3 days. Results are two-sided sword. Okay. Every result season I give few things on this. Okay. So this is how you handle up results, by being patient. Okay. So like this from Dhurandhar movie, you would have seen it already. In one of the dialogues, it says you sabr or nazar. Okay. These are the two things very much apt for our stock market also. Sabr or nazar. ये आपको हमेशा रखनी है. Have patience and keep looking out things. Keep waiting for opportunities. Okay. Whenever thing will be right, you will make money. Okay, so don't be like animal, be like Dhurandhar. Animal gets killed very fast. Okay, don't try to become like animal. Be Dhurandhar. Be Dhurandhar. Keep waiting. In the movie, if you'll see, he kept on waiting and waiting. He waited 1 year for some opportunity. Then he planned for all the opportunity, penetrated. So it required a lot of patience. It's not like animal going in a hotel killing 300 people. Dreamy things. Okay. So be Dhurandhar, don't be animal. People like being animal. They go take huge option trade, this trade, that trade, go will bet in results. You will end up wounded. Okay, animal does not works in real life. It's good for movie, but Dhurandhar can work in real life too. Okay. Now let's come up with other corporate actions. Okay, let's see other corporate actions apart from result. So result action we have gone through in details now. Second, bonus. Bonus split, merger, demerger. Now these are very highly misunderstood terms, bonus and split. I don't know why people think that this makes money. This doubles up money. Some people think that this triples up money. Something that company is just too good because it is giving a bonus. It's high financial illiteracy in these two areas. High financial illiteracy. And thing is that if some financial literate person comes and tells also, people give rubbish things on them also. If I'll tweet that bonus is of no use, then the financial illiterate people, then they come up in the comments. Okay, they come up कि इसने इस कंपनी ने बोनस के बाद इतना बढ़ गई उसको. That doesn't have to deal anything with company giving bonus. Company giving bonus and company's future are two different things. So in these two areas, there is high level of financial illiteracy. People think if Infosys has given bonus, then it makes money. Okay, they think if company is giving bonus every year, then it's a very, very good stock. They are giving bonus. And God knows why people think bonus doubles up money. If a company is giving 1:1 bonus, that simply means if you have 10 stock, you will get 10 more. But the price also then reduces. Okay. So earlier the price was 200 and after 1:1 bonus, price gets adjusted and it will go to 100, 105. And this is a very simple mathematics to do, but illiteracy is high in India. They think, oh, now I have double stock, so my money doubled. Don't know why. Then if the company increases, if the price then moves, if the trend comes and price moves, then they think it's because of bonus. That company gave bonus 6 months back and that's why this has now moved up. It has no relation with bonus. Don't be a financial illiterate person. Bonus and split, it has no use. It's only impacts the stock's liquidity. Number of shares increases, reduces. So more people can participate, that's it. It doesn't make company's future good. Okay, what company will sell in after 5 months? How much sale will company do in that month? How will that be determined by company giving bonus today? Okay, how can that be determined? And now companies know this, that people are highly illiterate financially. So they then write also like this, that the company is making good profit, this, so that's why company is giving bonus. Because they now know how to play with mind. So they will also project it like that, okay, हम bonus दे रहे तो हमारी बहुत अच्छी company, but it does not involve any outflow, nothing. Okay, it's just an accounting adjustment. Apart from that, it's nothing. So don't get stuck. Why I'm telling you that even if you're a swing trader, these things go in your mind. Okay, and it will still go even after me telling you, it will still go. Okay, because all have different kind of grasping power and capability. Okay, so still people, I know still people, many people will do the same thing. Company will give bonus, they will go and buy the stock. Okay, but it has no relation with price moving up 30% or 40%. Okay. Avinash says this case was with Varun Beverages and a known associate of mine. Company kept giving bonus and split, and this guy thought it will keep doubling every time, just like last 3 years. He invested at 630 levels and he has been stuck now, right? So earlier when the company doubled, it was not because of the bonus. The reason was other things. But what gets stuck in your mind is bonus because you read it 20 different things. What goes in your mind is what you read. Okay, it's not something which you analyzed, which you did research. वो जो आपका फ्रेंड है या जो भी एसोसिएट उसने कभी रिसर्च नहीं करी है, उसने ये 10 जगह पढ़ा है, and that's why he keeps on doing. He never does the research work. Okay, so these are all faltu things, bonus split which company uses for these high financial illiterate people. And even if you try to tell them, there are people, okay, then they don't understand. Okay, they simply then abuse. Okay, a lot of people in bonus, if you will see, I don't remember on which bonus split, they abuse, they don't understand. Okay, so don't be a financial illiterate. Bonus has no relation with stock price moving up and down. Yeah, on Wipro I wrote. Okay, so now people don't do research. That's the issue. Now look at this Tata Steel. It is given tremendous bonus over its life. Hell lot of time. Okay, this is monthly chart. Hell lot of time it has given bonus. Every few years it gives bonus. Same with Wipro. If you will see from here, it in last, from this January 2008 till here. Okay, that's what 18 years, 19 years. It has moved only 86%. Plus you will get some dividend. But when you post this, people say it give bonus, so it should be doubled. But this is adjusted of all things. So this is the reality of Tata Steel. Okay, in almost 18 years, it moved only 86% plus dividends that you have gotten between. But people count, no, it has given bonus also, so count that also. The price gets adjusted. This is all adjusted. Okay, this is adjusted. Before bonus, it would have been something different. But then the price also reduces. Same with Wipro, it took a lot of time. But people, it kept giving bonuses, so people don't know why they think that the money is now doubled. They never look on their account itself. They don't think this is 1990, this is 2000 Wipro high price. Okay, if you will see from this high here somewhere, it took almost 20 years to reach back to the same price. Now again you may say, oh no, it has given bonus, so no, it has like doubled, triple, or maybe more. But this is adjusted. The price also reduces. Okay, you get 1:1 bonus, the price goes half. You get 2:1 bonus, 1/3, according to that. It's not like free money that someone is giving to you. Nobody gives free money to any person. Okay, so this is from here to here, it took 20 years to cross up this. In between, of course, you would have received dividends. In between, you would have received dividends. That's the earning only that thing. But here, if I'll post this, trust me, I have done it in fast, and if I get 300 comments, 250 will be abusing. Okay, 50 will be some people who are literate people who think for before commenting. Otherwise, now I have stopped it because it becomes difficult to handle 250 abuses in one day itself. Okay, yeah, such thing get massive reach because people want to write. Okay, they think the moment people think they are more knowledgeable or they are right, they want to satisfy ego, right? So when you comment abuse on some other thing, you are trying to satisfy your ego, right? So when similarly on Tata Steel, if I'll write that, they will come, no, it has given a lot of bonus also. It has, our bonus se price bhi kam ho jata hai. But if you tell them, they don't even know it, okay, and they don't care about how much you are. So I have completed CA, I'm a rank holder in CA, I've done CFA level 2. Still, then people come and then write up this that, oh, it has given bonus, apne CA ka rishwat dekhe kara tha. But you, instead of that, one should think. So these are tools which have been there, and company, they write in such way now, okay, so that people do it because of high level of financial illiteracy. Anyways, coming back, we went out of topic a bit. So you don't have to participate in this as a swing trader because we are trading for a short specific duration, 15-20 days. That's what we are targeting. We are targeting a 20-25%, 30%, 15% kind of move in a short span of time. So we don't have to go into bonus split and these things. So what I do is, if the bonus X date is 2 days afterwards, 1 day afterwards, I exit it before that bonus. I don't want to be part of it. Okay. Similarly for split, I don't want to be part of it. It then takes time to credit up money, and what happens, like I told you, company targets up. They make their announcements like that our company is growing by this speed and very high future, this, that. They target the financial illiterate segment of stock market, okay? And before bonus, sometimes you have quick movement. It's because a lot of people then go and buy a stock just because company is giving bonus. Like one of the person said for Varun Beverages. So people see bonus, they buy because they are illiterate. Okay, they don't understand things. So then they buy, and sometimes before bonus there are sudden movements. Sudden sometimes breakouts also, and people go into it, and that's why we don't want to it. After the bonus, the price action will change. Okay, so I don't go in with bonus. I don't go with splits. For mergers and demerger also, I exit before that. I don't want to participate in all these three: bonus, split, merger. This is not my area. Bonus, merger. Why I will like to bet on it? I am a short-term swing trader. I don't have to do anything with it. Once everything is done, after that I'll do. Once bonus is done, then if after that it gives me regular entry, I will do. I will not hold into it because 2 days, 3 days back, the price action can be a bit delusional. Okay, because highly illiterate people goes and buy the stock. They buy and it's huge demand. Suddenly the price will move up, and after bonus it will crash. It will drop. Okay. Yeah, right. They get stuck. They get stuck in bonus and split. You can do more research on this because I know if I'm telling you this, some of you might have already that thinking. So you will not agree on one time. You will ask two different person, but don't do that. Do research. Okay, go to charts, open it, see it. Do some research. Spend time with bonus split. Okay, instead of just writing it instantly. I do participate in results, but when I have some profits. Okay, so that's what we discussed up here. Merger, demergers done, bonus split done. Yeah, that's it. Now other things are like reading up con calls. I don't read up any con call. It's of no use to me. Con calls, company interview, management interview, one and the same thing. Okay, then announcements, different. These all, the more you will read it, the more this will hamper your decision making. Okay. The more you will go into these things, it will hamper your decision making, because then your stop loss will get hit, but you will think, no, it's a good company. It's a very common saying in Hindi. It's like, ये तो लंबी रेस का घोड़ा है. Okay. It will hit stop loss, but you've read so much that it will come in your mind कि ये तो लंबी रेस का है यार, ये तो EV का है. Okay, look at these all EV stocks, battery stocks. It had same thing, ये तो लंबी रेस का घोड़ा, etc. Okay. It also corrects. So what will happen when you'll go too deep into company, you may get attached to it, and then you will try to find positive reasons for holding it. It's a complete reverse thing of what one should be doing. So even if your stop loss is hit, you will wait. Okay, let's see, मैं 2 दिन और देखता हूँ, ये कंपनी तो बहुत अच्छी है, it's a debt free company, growth भी बहुत अच्छा हो रहा है, it should give more space to it, it should give more chance. It's very common thing that people do. Okay. Yeah, it happens. So the more you will read, you'll more get stuck. That's why I don't read it. Okay. I have a stop loss. If things go bad, I will exit. I've taken my risk when I have decided to trade. Now what I'll do by reading the con call, it will not change the price next day. You reading the con call or you not reading the con call, it does not changes the price second. You are just trying to save yourself. Okay, that's what you are, just saving your ego of not being wrong. You don't want to get wrong. That's why you then start finding reason, the XYZ, this auto, this EV sector, this sector, that sector. All have cycles and you don't have to think for it. If it's something bad, you will hit stop loss. If it's something good, it will give re-entry. Why to worry? Why to worry? You can re-enter it. Idea, I remember that here a lot of people went in Idea. They don't exit then. They say it's a very good, correct. You can always re-enter. Like Hind Copper. You can always re-enter instead of saying ये तो लंबी रेस का घोड़ा है. Unnecessary. Okay. Here I entered this year. I entered with 5% size because of market. It hit my stop loss 3.7%. Somewhere here I bought 379. तो 3.8%. It's fine. लंबी रेस का घोड़ा है तो फिर ऊपर जाएगा ना, तो मैं वापस से यहाँ परचेज कर लूंगा. I can take re-entry. Market direction is fine after that. I will go with more size then. Instead of 5 which I took here, I'll go with 13, 15 then. So that's the benefit of stop loss. You need to, instead of looking it in a wrong way, you need to think the positives of it. That it's now things are in your control. Okay. It's everything, your money, you have total control. In results also, if you are having profit, then it's in your control. Last to last, you will hit your original stop loss, but it will be within your risk matrix. Okay. So stop loss makes things in your control rather than your guesswork. Rather than getting influenced here and there, always you can re-enter. If it has to go 40%, it will give you re-entry. Trust. Price will go up, right? If it has to move 40%, even if it is stop loss is hit for one time, if it has to move 40%, it will again move up. If it again moves up, you can again re-enter. But it makes no sense to hold up here. To think, no, it's lambi race ka ghoda. No, copper demand is going this, that, etc. And the commodity cycle is this, that, or what I will do? I can enter again. Why to take stress? Swing trading, trust me, it's a very stress-free thing. It's a very stress-free profession. It's a very stress-free profession. But where? In later years of your journey. 2 years plus, 2-3 years plus. Because first 2 years you will, I've told you all the things that you will do. So it can give you a bit of stress. But once you accept things, once you keep your ego aside, it becomes stress free. You don't have to read up things, call this, that, etc. It's very simple. Stop loss hit. If something is bad, stop loss is hit, simply out. If it's good again, you can again re-enter. Okay. And things are in your control. Yeah, I can sleep peacefully because I know what's the max I will lose. So you have 100% of things, and like from your money point of view, from the risk point of view, it's in your control. How much it will give, it depends year on year, bull market, bear market, short-term trends. Okay. So these are about corporate actions, con calls, and results, how to deal with it. Anything in it? So I don't read up any con call. I don't go with management interviews. Okay, if I have too much of time, I can watch TV channels sometime for entertainment, but none of them determines my overall decision making. I know at the end I have to do this only. But sometimes you need to read up things, because when you go out, people like debating. So then I have a lot of things to debate. Can give this company, that company, do time pass for 1 hour, come on. Defense, yes, defense में अटक गए. When I took one trade in defense and stop loss was hit, so I was out. But this defense chart all changed suddenly. If it's good, it will again come up. Again can do. So look up this, very good base, everything was good in here. I took extra microwave, I think. GRSE, cost to cost somewhere I exited. But yeah, somewhere cost to cost or 2-3%, I don't remember. Vikas also participates. Result, bonus split, and merger demerger should be similar. So result I already discussed, right? Result based on profit I do. Bonus split, merger demerger I don't do. I don't want to take part in bonus or split. I exit 1 day, 2 day before it. Result I have profit, then I do 3%, 4%. I can try. Okay. The idea is that in result I don't want to lose more than my original stop loss. That's my thinking. That even if it comes bad, it should not be like I'm losing 2 times my risk. I don't want to make loss of 2 trades in 1 trade. That's how I think. Okay. And that's why I go with 4%, 5% profit. If I have 3, I may reduce the size then to keep it at a max point percent, whatever you decide. Okay. So either adjust size or either have profit or be out. You have to decide based on your personal handling of emotions. But the core objective is same. I don't want to risk unnecessary 2-3 trades in single. If I have to give stop loss in that, I'll give equivalent to 1 only. I don't want to give it 2-3 so that it goes like 15% down on after my entry. I don't like giving 3 trade stop loss in single trade. I want single trade to be single trade only. Okay. So any other query in this? No, all clear, great. Okay, so this was the last thing that was pending, corporate actions, handling of results, and I think we discussed in deep details, and also along with the kind of emotions that will come, the kind of thinking that will go in, and that will come in your execution path. Okay. So that's it. Then we'll wind up the session, and next week we will not have any session. We will now have doubt sessions, maybe once in a month or twice in a month, because now all our content is done from start to end, from position sizing, entry, exit, sector, scanning. We went with the indicator also, market direction also. Okay, how to use MTF? Just understand the meaning of MTF. It's just leverage. Your execution will remain same. You want to take more risk, then go with MTF. Okay, your per trade risk, everything will increase then. You want to do it, then go with MTF. Okay, I don't do usually MTF. Okay, I'm a mid-level risk taker, not very high risk taker. Okay. या से सर 1 लाख से 1.5 हो गई सपोज, तो अब रिस्क या ऑफ कोर्स 1.5 आप हर 10% पे आप वो बढ़ा सकते हो पोर्टफोलियो. सो आपका 1 लाख का है, अब 1.1 लाख हो गया. सो नाउ योर पोजीशन साइज वुड बी 1.1 लाख, देन 1.2 होता है तो आप 1.2 लाख पे चले जाओ. फिर 1.3 लाख होता है तो योर पोजीशन साइज यू विल डू विद 1.3 लाख. After every 10 is an example, you can keep it 15 also or 20 also, but then only compounding will come, right? Then only money will compound. If you'll do everything 1, you have, for your 1 has become 2, but still you are doing size with 1, then what's about that 1 lakh? You are not using it. After every 10-15% gains, you can like increase up the sizes. Okay. Yeah, you can unmute Aris now.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you open the chart of Strides Pharma?
Strides Pharma.
Star. Yeah. In this, I just want to know कि ये जो breakout हुआ है, is that a good breakout or not? Because ऊपर से VIX भी है and like.
It's not the best. I would like see it another close up here.
Okay. So now a daily close above the current VIX can be called a good close.
Yes.
Okay. And one more last out. Can you open the chart of Sarduma? Yeah, in this I have put out. So in this, if you'll see, पहले momentum bar आ चुका है within the base on 7th of December.
Here.
Yes. Well, so अभी मान लो कि from here we have to calculate 5 days.
From first pullback you will start, right?
Yeah. From first pullback we will calculate 5 days. तो मान लो कि अभी इसमें 5 days में डेली क्लोजिंग नहीं मिलती हम लोगों को. एंड अभी रिसेंट में 2 दिन में भी हम लोगों को मोमेंटम बार्स मिले हैं. तो नाउ वो पहला वाला जो मोमेंटम बार 12 दिसंबर को आया था, कैन वी एक्सक्लूड दैट एंड स्टार्ट अगेन रिकाउंटिंग फ्रॉम दिस 2 मोमेंटम बार्स?
Yes, you can do that, but I have told you can restart counting also. 5 दिन में यहाँ तक तो आ गया था ना एक बार, तो again you can wait for more for a close.
Okay.
This also examples I have like taken before. It has crossed up here, so it's trying to move up. So you can again wait for more.
Okay. Good close. Daily close above this can be a entry trigger.
Yeah, that will be a good breakout.
Okay. That's it.
Vikas says one silly doubt: how do you have 2 screens with different time frames? You can have here, it gives option this layout setup. You can have, but I think it gives in paid one only. Free one, it will restrict. It will give you this one option only. But if you have paid one, you can go with, there are a lot of options, 5 charts, 4 charts.
No, actually, sir, I have tried this. So I have paid one. But for example, you want to see for 12th August. Okay, for 12th August, if you want to see same daily chart and 5-minute time frame, what are the settings for that? I have tried multiple settings, but it's not working.
Settings mean what? Just go and
Like there are 3-4 options whenever we activate this thing. No?
This is 5 minutes. You can select here, change the duration of the second one.
So here, if you have to see for a previous date, will this automatically move? The 5-minute thing will automatically move there, or we have to manually drag it?
We have option up here: symbol, interval, time.
Okay, so these options we have to activate.
Yeah.
All 3 options. Okay, one options I have tried to activate, it was not working. Okay, so I'll try this. Thank you.
Devang, one more last out. Can you open the chart of Bliss Pharma?
Bliss.
Yes, so in this, I just want to know कि ये तो like it's in a lower low ना, if we'll compare it.
यहाँ पे इसने टाइम स्पेंड नहीं करा तो मे बी वो इधर से कर रहा है. This versus this kind of.
Okay.
हाँ, 1-2 कैंडल के बाद ही वापस it came down.
Okay.
But for understanding more about TradingView, so just there are a lot of tons of YouTube videos. So that's why I don't go in TradingView understanding like how to change time frame, how to change bar, this price, how to write. But there are tons of YouTube videos which are already available and better than what I can explain you. And so you can go on YouTube and explore more on TradingView because it's a lengthy thing to cover up everything. Plus, it's not something which it's not something which is like secret and not available kind of. Okay. You can go see how to change layout in TradingView. It will give you good 8 minutes video with every details in it. It's not something that I prefer going in it because there's nothing new I will be able to tell you. Okay, if these are layouts, nothing to think for. And you go and search on YouTube. I think TradingView also have their own tutorials. It will help you. Like you can go watch TradingView tutorial. There will be a lot of series on it, and it will be easy rather than me trying to explain of same thing which is already available for free. It does not make sense for me because that's not what why you are here. So that's why I don't go in details with how to use TradingView, change time frame, search, this, that, etc., hide, delete up things, how to make a watch list and everything. Like already hundreds of videos are there. So better to go with them rather than of course, if after that also you are stuck somewhere, you can definitely come and ask. I am not telling you that I will not answer it, but do it from there because you will get a better understanding from there, because I use very limited kind of things which I have after exploration know that these are only useful things. Okay, but then you can want more and more stuff on TradingView, then you simply go up there. Okay, because tons of hundreds of videos are already there, so me telling you same thing again is not a best utilization of time for both of us. Okay, anything else, any other query?
So can you please open the chart of Asian Tiles if you want it?
Asian Tiles.
Asian Tiles is this one. So this is a direct buy, right?
Direct buy, I told you this. It has 2 star when it. You can think these 2 stars. Whether it was what were these 2 stars? Can anyone detail now? They are not every time.
One was below 150.
Below 150 is already written. That's not a star now. What were the 2 conditions when you will buy directly? In details, we have understood.
I think one is market strength and sectoral move.
Correct. Exactly right. So if both things are there, then only I will go. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense to. I will then wait for follow through. Okay, so the 2 stars are there. So this is again why I tell to like just a bit off topic now, because we need to understand that there are always 3 kind of, so what I have understood from teaching and going back, there are always 3 type of people, students, whatever you call in any class. So you recall yourself being in 10th class or 12th class, okay, or whatever class you want to imagine. There will be one kind of students who understand things very fast. Okay, a teacher explain concepts for one time, he grasps it. Okay, then these are high grasping. This is not for any particular person. Okay, this is for all. Okay, there are second students who needs 2-3 times. Okay, once you will tell them 3 times, 4 times, then only they will be able to grasp it. Medium grasping. There will be third kind of category also. These are very low grasping power. Okay, there can be 2 reasons for low grasping. One reason can be lack of focus. That they're sitting in the class, they have good capability also, but they are just daydreaming. Okay, they are in the class, they come in on class, they attend every class, but they are just sitting in the class, they are not listening, they are not understanding, they're thinking some random things. Okay, so low focus. And there are certain people which I've seen in classes, in your school also, in my CA coaching also, which I've seen that they simply have lack of ability. Okay, nothing like that I am demeaning those people, but it's a truth. If a teacher is teaching all students, someone will score more, someone will score less, someone will understand it in first time itself, someone may take 3 times, and some people are there who will never understand because of their capability in that kind of learning. Maybe in some other field they are good, maybe in sports they are good, maybe in other cultural things they are good, maybe in art, etc., but in that particular area their capability is less. And trust me, where I come up here. Okay, and what I've seen, majority of us comes here only. These are low people, low focus guy. At some point in life he becomes medium focus. Okay, when it comes to money, वो उसको समझ में आ जाएगा पैसा कमाना है तो मुझको सीरियस होना पड़ेगा, फोकस होना पड़ेगा. But if somebody is lacking capability, these people are less. Okay, they eventually learn and move to medium. So majority of us, including me also, okay, I don't belong to high grasping people, though I have scored rank, everything, but it required a lot of revision and hard work for me. I'm not that kind of person जो एक एग्जाम के 3 दिन पहले पढ़ेगा और वो सब क्लियर कर लेगा. I have to plan it in details. I need to revise 2-3 times. So majority of us are in the medium grasping range only. 90% of the people. So you will be requiring revisions. You will be requiring going through the content 2 times or maybe 3 times based on your grasping power. Then only you will be able to grasp up every small things. Otherwise, you will get stuck in those smaller things and you will spend more and more time in permutation and combinations. Okay, so you will have to watch through the videos. That's what I mean to say, because we belong to this category. If you are high, then it's good. In one time you will grasp everything, but majority of us, including me, is here only. So you need to revise it. Otherwise you will be doing wrong things. You will be messing up some small parts. Then you will trade, then you will make loss, and you will not know what's the problem. And you may then spend 1 year, 2 years looking at why it's not working. But the answer was already there if you would have revised it. Okay, it can be boring revising up second time, third time. Of course, I agree to it. It can be boring, but it needs to be done. Okay, so just revise. Okay, for all of you. Okay, went a bit off topic, but it is important. Okay. Yeah. Any other query now? revise it 2-3 times and you will do good then. Just know yourself. It's not an issue to know ourselves. I know I am medium grasping category, so I need to revise. I do that then. So you also need to know it. Okay, like people try to predict up company share price 1 year later. People try to predict up quarterly results, but you need to know your reality also. People try to predict a nation's growth also. Okay, sitting in a AC room, you are trying to predict nation's growth. You need to somewhere match what's the reality of ourselves versus what you are trying to do. Okay. And there is no harm in knowing yourself. The trading is all about knowing yourself. The better you will know yourself, the more faster you will grow. Okay. If you will not know yourself, you will get stuck in a loop and it will just take more and more time. So I hope somewhere it helps. Okay. So any other thing? Indicator access, everything we have already done. So if you missed the live session, then you can watch the recording now. Everything from start to end is done. Okay. So how was the overall last 2 months? Those who have attended it regularly, was it helpful? Is the entire thing helped you in revising older concepts and a lot of new concepts that we added? Of course, last 3 months there have been not much opportunities around, so we have to be with our sabr and nazar. Okay. Okay, that's it. Bye bye. Happy Sunday.